Good evening, everyone, and welcome to GameTime News. In our top story, Nintendo has announced that they will be shutting down online play for the Nintendo 3DS and Wii U consoles sometime in April of 2024. In a post to social media platforms, Nintendo had this to say. In early April 2024, online play and other functionality that uses online communication will end for Nintendo 3DS and Wii U software. This also includes online cooperative play, internet rankings, and data distribution. Nintendo went on to say that if an event occurs that will make it difficult to continue online services for Nintendo 3DS and Wii U software, we may have to discontinue services earlier than planned. In other words, you could lose this functionality at any time now. Gamers around the world seem incredibly saddened by this news, having taken to social media to express their displeasure at this recent announcement. We received special footage showing Nintendo's reaction to these gamers. I still play games online.
I don't care!
So, if you're a 3DS or a Wii U gamer, you'd better enjoy your online play now, while you still can. Atari has announced another game in their Recharged line. This time, the classic game Berzerk is getting the treatment, being reimagined with a modern gaming flair. The game will feature the classic arcade feel as you run through a maze fighting wave after wave of robots and trying to avoid the unkillable Evil Otto. The Recharged version will feature modern upgrades like twin stick controls, power-ups, global leaderboards, and even a co-op mode. This game is currently listed as coming soon and will most likely release across multiple consoles and PC, just as their other Recharged games have done. I, for one, am looking forward to this game, as the Recharge series has been a lot of fun. One can only hope they continue moving forward with this series. I mean, who wouldn't want to see E.T. the Extraterrestrial Recharged? I know I would. This just in. We've just received word that the Nintendo 64 controller for the Nintendo Switch is back in stock! Meta has announced their next VR headset, the Meta Quest 3. This new standalone headset will come in two versions and retail for $499.99 for the 128GB version and $649.99 for the 512GB version. Along with a handful of upgrades such as a faster processor and increased visual resolution, the new Meta Quest 3 will also feature the ability to work and play games in mixed reality. Now, the Quest 3 is available for purchase right now directly from the Meta Store or retailers like Amazon and Best Buy. It was expected to ship starting today, October 10th. And as an added bonus, if you purchase the Quest 3 between now and January 27th of 2024, you will receive the game Asgard's Wrath 2 for free. The Meta Quest 3 has been in final beta testing for the last few months, and beta testers have been putting it through its paces, making sure users get the best experience when using it. We've been given some footage of a group of beta testers using the features of the Meta Quest 3 that we all know it was primarily designed for.
Hey, what are you doing? I'm gonna go tell your wife. Jen, you know what your husband's doing? Oh, no.
Well, I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm placing my order right now. This just in. We've just received word that the Nintendo 64 controller for the Nintendo Switch is sold out yet again. And finally, it is a great time for makers and retro gamers, as a handful of new single-board computers have been announced. First up is the announcement of the long-awaited Raspberry Pi 5. Featuring a quad-core ARM Cortex-A76 processor running at 2.4 GHz, the new version of the Raspberry Pi is said to offer 2 to 3 times the performance over the Pi 4. Along with a series of other upgrades, the board will run you $60 for a 4GB version or $80 for the 8GB version, and should be available in late October. Also coming later this year, GRS has announced their upcoming Viper board. This board will come with a Rockchip RK3566 processor, multiple USB ports, HDMI, and feature 8GB eMMC storage and 1GB of RAM. This board also features the ability to upgrade the CPU and onboard RAM if you need more power for your gaming. The Viper is set to retail for only $39.99 and we'll have more news on it as it becomes available. What? Were you expecting some jokey comment? Well, I'm sorry, I don't have one for this. Both of these boards are actually pretty damn cool. Be sure you check them out. And that's going to do it for this week's news. Stay tuned, and we'll see you next time for more.